Hi, today we're going to talk about using behaviour modification techniques to overcome an unwanted behaviour, in this case a phobia of lizards. Samantha is an 8-year-old girl who is absolutely terrified of lizards. When she was a little bit younger, she saw a lizard at the park, and when she went to get near it, her brother yelled out, "Don't go near that lizard, it's going to climb up your legs, they go under your clothes and they bite you." Samantha was terrified. She ran back to her parents, and since then she's avoided anywhere that she might encounter a lizard, and it's been getting steadily worse. It's reached the point where now she won't go outside, she won't go to the park, she won't go for a walk around the neighbourhood, and her school is reporting that she doesn't even want to be outdoors at recess and lunch because she's so scared that she might see a lizard. So to overcome Samantha's phobia, we're going to talk about a gradual exposure technique. To begin with, we need to establish a hierarchy to understand Samantha's levels of fear around different lizard-related things. These might be pictures, videos, being outdoors where lizards might be, being outdoors near a lizard, actual lizards, toy lizards, all things lizard. We're going to gauge this by showing each thing to Samantha and saying, how scared are you on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm not saying you go and show her a lizard straight away, but we can show her the picture, the video, and get an idea of just how big this fear is. Next, what we're going to do is create a hierarchy that's sort of like a stepladder. With a stepladder, you have to be on each step before you go to the next one up. You can't just jump straight to the top of the stepladder. And with this one, we're going to start at the lowest level, like with a ladder, and show her, expose Samantha to the things that were at the lowest level of anxiety for her. So in this case, with a fear of lizards, we might begin with something simple, like a drawing of a lizard. Not a very good one, just a simple one. And after that, we would assess Samantha's anxiety. Provided her anxiety is low, we can then move on to the next step in the technique, the next rung of the ladder, where we might show her something like this, some pictures of lizards. And we can sit with them, we can talk about them, and gauge her anxiety before moving on to the next one. Now, a really important step in this technique is that myself, as a therapist, models the behaviours that we're looking to see. We're modelling for Samantha that there's nothing to be afraid of here. You are safe. You are okay. There is no cause for anxiety. Because Samantha's young, we might also ask for her parent, who's bringing her to the sessions, to model these behaviours for her as well. A trusted adult goes a long way. Gradually we move on from there. So we might go from showing her the picture in the book to showing her a video of lizards, and again assessing her anxiety. Feeling okay? Let's move on to the next step. The next step might be something like this. A toy lizard. He's plastic, I promise. He's not going to do anything wrong, but he looks really realistic. So again, we're going to get Samantha to interact with this, maybe from a distance at first, gradually moving closer until she's able to do it with her anxiety remaining low. After that, we might look at exposing her in other ways. We might sit indoors but be able to see lizards out through the window. And when we're okay with that, we might move outside but not go near them. We'll just watch them from afar and see how we feel. Over time, we would then look at moving closer to those lizards. And once we're comfortable sitting close to them, then would come the next step of exposure to an actual lizard. Now, in this case, it's really important to not just pick up a wild lizard because they're really unpredictable. So instead, we might get something like this. This chonk, he's a bearded dragon. He's very chill. To begin with, we might ask Samantha to touch the end of his tail if she's comfortable. Gradually, we can move towards something like stroking his body, feeling how spiky he is and how weird his skin feels. Over time, she might be comfortable holding him, maybe popping him on her shoulder, or even popping him up on her head like a hat. The really important part of this is that we ensure that with each phase, Samantha's not feeling nervous or scared or anxious before we move on to the next. She needs to be comfortable with the stimulus level that she's at. And it's really important at all stages here that we take the time to positively reinforce these behaviours by praising, by rewarding, by expressing to Samantha how strong she is and how proud we are, and in time, moving on to those next steps until eventually she gets to wear a really special hat if she wants to. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's helped you work out some different ways to expose kids to some very unique fears that they might be having and modify their behaviours using behaviour modification principles. Thank you.